What's up, everybody? So let's get straight into this KAIL and Chris Lopez drama, because I kind of knew it was going to be some drama when I seen him drop this new podcast episode today. So they've been going back and forth via podcast, via Instagram lives and stories for a while now about their disdain for each other. But today was kind of shocking because Chris Lopez took to his podcast to absolutely slam KAIL for over an hour about how he wants to have 50-50 custody of his kids, how KAIL is a liar. She's vindictive. She's always kept receipts on him whenever he did anything. She was like making little notes and writing it down. He didn't even know all of this until they went to court. He said he was in love with KAIL, and when you're dating somebody, you don't think to, oh, every little bad thing they do, let me write that down. But however, KAIL did it to him, and I feel like that's some bullshit. He also says that him and KAIL argue about vacation times because his definition of vacation is just sitting in his grandma's house with him, or maybe taking them to the pool or whatever. When KAIL's definition of it is taking her kids out of town, out of state, out of the country. And allegedly KAIL didn't want to give him this vacation time, or they argued about it. They agreed about it at first, but if her kids were just going to be sitting in Chris's grandmother's house, she wanted to take her vacation days back. He also said that she lied on Coffee Convos and said that he banned her from practice and tournaments of Lux's boxing, when in fact he said that he told her, this is something I want to do with my son. This is just me and him time. I would like it if you're not there. I'll meet you halfway and pick him up, but I don't want you there watching him practice, because Lux is a different person around KAIL. Lux is, kids are different around their mommy. They get more whiny and I don't want to do this, and because as mothers we're going to baby him. So there was no way that KAIL was going to let this slide, with Chris Lopez doing over an hour-long podcast show of just her. She just could not control herself. I mean, I ain't going to lie. He went ham. These two have been telling us their co-parenting secrets for a while now, but he really took it up a notch and was just like slamming her the entire time. So she took to Instagram with her own message.
To go on a nice little rant, so bear with me here. I just wanted to say that the bar is set really low for men as fathers, and it's really annoying and tired, and just I'm over being called a bitter baby mom, or I'm this or I'm that. I'm trying to keep my sons away from their dad. When you don't contribute financially in terms of school and doctor's appointments, and you have no idea what the school schedule is, you don't know when doctor's appointments are, and when I'm telling you to your face what when a doctor appointment is, and you don't show up, and you literally text me saying that I didn't write it down for you, that's a problem. So am I bitter, or am I doing what I have to do for my children? You guys decide. Also wanted to get on here to say that if you're only taking care of the financial burden, because it's not actually a burden, financial responsibilities rather, on your 2% of time, you're not contributing. I'm sorry, but when I tell you how much the school tuition is and you can't call to put in some amount of money towards that, I'm not even asking to see the dollars to me. I'm asking for you to contribute to the school financially directly. My kids are your little brothers. That's what they are. You become like a babysitter part-time, and I shouldn't see you in a shed on Instagram Live when you're supposed to be taking care of my kids. So I just can't get behind that. If you want 50%, then you need to do 50% of the work. That means you call the school directly and get information. You call the doctors directly. I'm no longer holding a grown man's hand and walking him through fatherhood. At 27, 28 years old, you guys, all men, need to step up, call the doctors for appointments, call the school and ask to be added to the contact list so that you get the emails. Show up. Like, I don't know. I'm just so confused, I guess. Like, a mom is just expected to do all of it, and then the dad doesn't have to do anything, and the mom is keeping the kids. No, like, cut the shit. You're literally a part-time babysitter for your little brothers. That's what's happening. I can't believe that I'm getting back on here, but about this, Joe and Javi have 50% of their kids because they are present 50% of the time, if not more, and they contribute 50% of the time financially. So they walk the walk and they talk the talk. So I might not have liked it at first, but I was able to finally give up that 50% because they were doing what they were saying they were going to do. They were present financially and physically, and they contribute. So if I'm not giving you the 50%, or the courts are not giving you the 50%, there's a reason why. And I'm honestly sick of the KAIL is always the problem. I'm sick of it. I'm so tired of it.
All right, y'all. So this is just going to be a short video because I feel like in the case of Chris Lopez, he has not done everything that he could do to be the ideal father financially or physically. However, when she talks about Javi and she talks about Joe, we need to put into consideration that Joe didn't have a job for I don't know how many years, and he relied on teen mom checks. We also need to put into consideration that Javi is literally the only man that I know to come into KAIL's life to be stand up because he decided to put himself into the Air Force and have a legitimate career outside of teen mom that generated money where he could take care of his child. As for Chris Lopez, KAIL met him at Delaware State University as a college kid. He was green. He lived with his grandmother. He didn't know anything, and then he gets tossed into this whole world of teen mom, and this woman has 2 kids, and I don't feel like he knew how wild the fan base was. I don't think he knew any of that, but he got tossed into it, and now I feel like he feels like he's almost being forced to film because he has such a negative light on his name, and people are begging for him to come on, the cameras if you're going to go live every single day and you're going to do this and then the third. Another thing that she said was about tuition. Now, his kids are in pre-K and probably daycare. They are not at the age yet to be in public school. So if you're going to put them in pre-K or something like that, and you choose a school and stuff and y'all don't discuss it or whatever, I don't know if he should be 50-50 on that tuition, because if you're saying that, then you're kind of like KAIL is kind of being, I don't know, two-faced or something like that, because she supports Devon, yet Devon was on stage saying how if Brianna puts Nova into gymnastics, then she's left carrying that bag. So will I say that if you put my son in pre-K, you're left carrying that bag? Like, the tuition shit is a little questionable. The doctor shit now, I feel like he should be at doctor's appointments, and I feel like he should try more financially, if not for anything, but to clear his name, because she also said that Javi and Joe do what they gotta do 50% of the time. That's why they have 50% custody, and he was crying on his podcast about why he can't have 50%. So there's that. It's just crazy to me that we are now hearing Chris Lopez tell his entire story, because usually when he hopped on live, he would say, yeah, I'm not going to drag her, I'm not going to do this or that. But it seems like the gloves are off and he's telling all secrets, and KAIL is just fed up. Like, just last week, like, I shared with you guys, like, their secrets of having sex in the hospital room and the hospital parking lot and the rendezvous. He is going full force, and he is solidifying his spot on Teen Mom. From the comments I have been getting, he is a fan favorite, and I don't think that resonates well with KAIL, because he's literally never filmed, yet he's a fan favorite. Make it make sense. Fan pages, maybe we should just stop posting Chris Lopez, because we made him a superstar, and now he got picked up by Teen Mom. They want him seriously so bad. He is the only person in the blogs right now. It's Chris Lopez and KAIL. That's it. Nobody else. Nobody else is doing shit. Leah ain't doing a daggone thing. Brianna is melodrama. It's like the drama that you know that's there, but it's been there forever. Ashley, like, nothing is in the news about her except the fact that y'all keep calling her ghetto. Like, Teen Mom has seen better days. So Chris Lopez definitely is a fan favorite right now. And I want you guys to go listen to the podcast, actually, because I wouldn't feel right putting snippets in when he literally slammed her the entire episode. And it's worth a listen. If you guys don't want to hear his mumbled voice and blah blah blah, he didn't mumble on this episode. He was loud and proud saying how he felt about her. Like, he pretty much said, look, we ain't no family, we don't get along, I don't want nothing to do with you. And I feel like you guys need to go listen